Alright, how's it going? I made it in the shop. Here we are.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Handy Entertainment. In this video I'm going to be removing my 1.8 liter turbo 5-speed from the car. If you have a Mark IV Volkswagen, the removal procedure for the engine and trans is just about the same for any engine model, whether that be the TDI, the VR6, the 1.8 liter turbo, or the 2.0 liter. So no matter what engine you have, this is a good video on removing your engine and trans in a Mark IV Volkswagen. So here I just removed the wheels so I can get to the axle bolts that is holding the axle to the transmission. Normally you're going to need triple square sockets to get the bolts out, but I have Raxels, so this is a 5mm Allen key. And on the other side I have 17mm bolts that I have to use a wrench with. So here I'm removing the grille and front bumper. And once those are removed, I move on to the intercooler tubing. Here I'm removing the 4 main bolts that hold the front of the support on.
Alright, update time. I removed the headlights, the connectors for the headlights. I removed those. There's just a couple miscellaneous connectors. I'm not even positive, like this one right here on the passenger side. I don't know what it does, but it's right next to the headlight.
Here I didn't know at the time what that connector was for, but then I figured out it is for the hood latch. So take with that information what you will. All I had to do was unplug it.
I got my bumper off, as you can see, and I got some of the intercooler piping off so I can separate the front support, from the car. I took out like all the bolts, so you can actually see that like the whole front support is loose and moving, but I can't pull it off because of all the electrical and stuff that's still hooked up and the radiator. So just showing you me emptying the coolant, which is just like mainly gonna be water because I was running it in the summer.
Here I'm showing me removing 3 connectors. There's 2 for the fans, and then there's 1 connector for the radiator. I believe it's some temp sensor for the radiator. Let me know how wrong I am or right I am in the comments. So that top one gave me a little trouble, and I actually just banged my head on the frame up there. That definitely hurt. But there you have it, there's the 3 connectors disconnected, and there you have it, the front support is removed. After that I removed the battery and battery tray. It's just a 10mm socket and 4 bolts. Now that the front support and battery are out of my way, I work on getting the engine harness off and tucked away to the side. You have to remove the coil packs, the injectors, all the connectors to them, that is. Just start unplugging every connector and sensor you see, because you're gonna have to get that wiring harness out of the way. Go ahead and mark your sensors if you're not always working on these vehicles, if you want to remember where they go back. But I have worked on this car for many years. I've been working on Volkswagens for many years, so I just know every connector on this vehicle. There you have it. The wires are tucked out of the way, and now I'm removing some intercooler tubing to the turbo and removing the shift cable bracket and slave cylinder from the transmission, getting them up out of my way. And here you get to see me make a mess, drop my adjustable wrench into the concoction of fluids that's under there. I know I'm not the only one to do this. There you have it, me being all preppy, not wanting to get dirty. Now that that episode's over, we can get back to removing the power steering lines from the power steering pump and detaching it from the trans. And now I'm removing the dog bone mount, disconnecting some fuel lines. And now Trevor and I have got the engine on a hoist, and I have removed the bolts for the motor mounts on the driver and passenger side. Now we are just slowly wiggling it out there. We are slowly wiggling it out, making sure nothing's gonna hit, making sure everything's out of our way, and we just bring her back once we're all clear. There you have it, the engine and trans is removed from the MK4 Jetta. Now that the engine and trans has been removed, I'm going to separate the trans from the engine. So I've just removed the starter, and now I'm going to remove the rest of the bell housing bolts. I think there's about 8 in total. There's like 6 on the back side of the trans, and then you'll have 2 in the front. Like near the oil pan on both sides of the engine. Once you get all the bolts out, the trans will probably shift over, but it'll still stay in place. And then you just want to separate them. Give it a little wiggle, shake it around, beat it up, do what you gotta do. And here I noticed that my flywheel and clutch were rubbing up against the inside of the bell housing. And I'm like, oh crap. Can't believe that's happening. But we're just gonna move on. Set this engine down in the engine bay. Put the trans next to it and get all tidied up. The engine's gotta sit perfect for me when I put it down. It's gotta be pretty still. Don't want it tipping left or right. Well, there you have it, guys. That was how to remove the engine and trans in a MK4 Volkswagen. This specifically is the 1.8 liter turbo 5-speed, but this video will work for any engine model in the Mark IV generation. So hopefully this can help you get something done on your vehicle. Thanks for watching and sticking through this commentary. This is the first time I've done this, but I'm gonna probably do it some more, along with all other creative content ideas. Let me know what you think. Definitely need a microphone upgrade, but we'll get there. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe. This was Hendy Entertainment. See you later.